Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Danny Marshall. I'm a member of the House of Delegates. I represent the City of Danville, parts of Pennsylvania, and parts of Henry. And I was a member of City Council before I got my gig in Richmond. I was there with the good mayor, and it's always good to see you. You know, ladies and gentlemen, we say that Virginia's for lovers. We ought to change it. Virginia's are the lovers of elections. We have one every November. Now we're going to have two this year. We got one in May. We got one in certainly November. A very important election. But what we're here today for is to support our good friend Lee Vogler. The city of Danville has made some significant increases, while you've been there. And I know that you did all this by yourself. That's what they told me. So anyway, if you look at, and I hear this from, my colleagues from all over the state of Virginia, that Danville is used as kind of a high watermark for some of the things like the river. The industrial site out in Berry Hill. There's a program going on right now called Go Virginia. When Go Virginia was introduced to people all over the state of Virginia, one of the examples they used was what is happening here in Danville and Pennsylvania County with the cooperation between those two. With that, it's because what we try to do is create jobs. I know that y'all are working on that, and I'm working on that. So we need to make sure that we get him elected, and we get some of your other members elected also. But because City Council is doing a great job given a tough situation. So I want to thank y'all for being here for today. The main thing to do is, how many days we got left?
It's about 18,
about 18.
18, yeah.
He knows exactly 18 hours. 18 days. So
count them down.
But you need to call your friends and make sure that gets out, because you take an election like a city council, normally about 15% of the registered voters will get out. So it can make a difference just in a few hundred votes, or even as many as 10 votes. So it's important to get people out. So please call your friends and make sure they come out and vote for Lee. So one of the things that I want to mention that you may have heard before is Lee called me in February of 2015 and talked about a land bank issue. And so we went forward with that, sent that to the Virginia Housing Commission, and Lee and the mayor and James came up a couple times, and we talked about the land bank, and I think you might want to talk a little bit about that. But so he's always thinking of new ideas that brings to the table to help move this community forward. So, we're fortunate to have people that will stick your neck out to do this. And so thank you for your service. And where's Blair?
I think she ran, but
yeah.
My son, if you couldn't hear him, was.
Yeah. And we need to thank the wife too, because
Absolutely.
this is a team effort. Absolutely. And thank you too. So thank you so much for your leadership and for you being here. So let's all welcome Lee.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Danny, for that introduction. Thank you all so much for being here. I want to first thank Wayne Allen, right there is Wayne, for allowing us to be here at the Historic North Theater today. Getting a chance, I think some of you all had a chance to walk around and see not just the theater, but the bed and breakfast and all these things that they have here. Fantastic facility, and we're glad to be here today. Surrounded by so many great leaders, current and past leaders of our region. And I think, when you look around the room today and you look at the people here today, this is a symbol of what our campaign is about. You have Republicans and Democrats and independents and people of all backgrounds here today together for a common cause and working towards building a better Danville, and a Danville whose future can be even greater than its past. And that's what we believe in. That's what we're working towards. I've had the opportunity to work with some phenomenal people that we're happy to have here. Look at the stage lights, man. Finally made it to Broadway.
Yeah, I had to buy the place to do that.
But there's been some great things that I've had the opportunity to work with some great people these last few years on. Danny mentioned the land bank bill that went through the General Assembly this year. It was a 2-year process, and things are not always easy when you have to work through it. But we kept working at it, and it was passed through and will become law on July 1st this year. It's going to help a lot with the blight in our city. to help us move away somewhat from the demolitions, which will always have to be a part of it, but this is a way that's going to save taxpayer money, and it's going to build stronger neighborhoods in our city, and I want to thank Danny for his efforts on that. John Gilstrap and I have worked together on many things in council. The reducing of the fees with Parks and Rec this past year was something that we worked together on. As John said, we don't agree on everything, but when we do agree, we're able to work together.
I will agree on most things.
Yes, yes. And, but that's going to happen when you have a body of 9 people. You're not always going to agree on things, but you find ways to work together and find common ground. I'm so thankful to have Councilman Gilstrap here today, Councilman Buckner, Councilman Jones, our former Mayor John Hamlin here, former Vice Mayor Wayne Oakes is here. He's not here today, but this week our former Vice Mayor Pete Castiglione endorsed our campaign. Happy to have his support. Bill Stanley was going to be here today. He was one of the guests that was going to come. He's come down with the stomach bug that I had a few weeks ago. He didn't get it from me, but it's going around everywhere. And but he did want to say that he's supporting this campaign, and he was sorry he couldn't make it today, but he wanted to send his support. We've got 18 days left till the election, and it is so important. We've got 11 candidates this time. And I respect anyone who steps forward and runs for office, but these are important times for our city. And I feel that these are times when you need people who know how to work with the people on council, who know how to put forward new ideas, but know how to get things done. And I am proud to work with the people that we have on council. We have a great city council, and I'm happy to work with them. I'm able to continue working with them. And that's where all of you in this room can help make that happen. You've been great so far. The support, on Facebook and social media, and just telling neighbors and community meetings and donations to the campaign, and on and on and on. People in this room have done so much work. My wife, who's not in the room because I think she's in Kingston, he didn't get a nap today, so
he wants to get out the floor and dance.
Well, we're going to do that in a minute.
Yeah, I told him we do it in a few minutes.
So I want to thank them. As Danny mentioned, my wife, I couldn't do any of this without her, and my young son, who has quickly become the star of this campaign. If you haven't picked up Events Magazine this month, we've got an ad in there. He's the star of it, apparently. Folks said, I saw the ad in Events Magazine of your son, and oh, you were in it too, but your son was great. And but no, we're blessed to have him. He's 20 months old, and he's just a mess, but we love him to death. And my parents that are here today, my dad doing the camera over there, and he's out doing a lot of things. And of course, my mom, who helped put this whole event together today, and many, many other things that she's doing. Those who've been a part of this campaign know all the work that she's done. So thankful for that. 18 days to go, guys. This is an important election. I don't want to talk your head off because most of you all in here have heard me talk at length. And, I'm not known to give a long speech. But I just want to close in saying, these are important times for our city. I know everybody in here in this room believes that we are on the verge of accomplishing great things, continue to accomplish great things. Our best days are ahead of us. I need your help. We got 18 days to go. Please tell your friends. I'll be so grateful to continue serving this city. Thank you guys so much. Please feel free to do so. We've got food and stuff around, but thank you guys so much for being here. We need some music or something. I want to see John Gilstrap dance.
He was doing his speech. I felt like going like this, Mr. Craig. Like this.
Hey, John.
I was countering some eyes.
How you doing? Say society.
Any truth to the story? $500,000.
Got one other place I can sign right now.
Awesome. Yeah, please take them.
Yeah,
This is Mike. You know the big sign I got?